Austin's going to be coming on, and here's Austin right here. He's going to be coming on to give us some golden nuggets. So here we go. Let's bring Austin in. Hello, Austin. Here we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow. Hello, everyone. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the show. Welcome. So excited to have you. You know, I know how much that I love you and what you do, but I always like you to go ahead and share with everybody who you are. Just a 30-second on who you are.
Wow. Basically, my name is Austin J. Haines, as you heard. And the short story is I went from a 19-year corporate employee with the same Fortune 500 company. No, I'm not crazy. But when I left that company, they thought I was crazy. Many people did. And I've now become a poet. And it's crazy to say that. There's some other things that are in between, which will fill in the gaps for you. But I'm excited to be here. I was so engrossed in the show and everything that Angel's putting together here. I know my energy has shifted just waiting in the green room here. And I see the guests. What a beautiful gift, Angel. Thank you. This is amazing.
You are so welcome. And you know what I told everybody at the beginning was that you were endorsed. One of your books, which I have one right here.
Yes, I know you have that one.
Yes, one of them that was endorsed by
Damon John.
An ABC Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yes, there it is. So, wow. Yes, Damon John. And what else? I mean, there's been so much, because the reason why I selected Austin today for you viewers on meditation, because I've seen some of the things that he's done in his podcast and other things all these years, and I really honor what you do to help people. So if you could give us a tip about how you incorporated your meditation in your daily practice, and maybe give an example.
I appreciate that question. And I think the first thing to realize is that it's not like I'm on some mountaintop of guru meditation. Our gifts end up being the things that we go through pain with. And I lived on a quota for 19 years. I was on the wheel nonstop, always in the future, always stepping on this moment to get to the next moment. And this meditation, we'll call it for the sake of this conversation, was an afterthought. It wasn't something that was a practice for me. I started to do yoga, and that was a on-ramp to it. And I've practiced yoga for well over 10 years now. But what I realized is that if we don't stop, and you can call it whatever you like, if the word meditation freaks you out, don't use the word meditation. Like I think somebody, Mersad or somebody said, there's no, or your spotlight. If you're doing it, don't worry about how you're doing it. If you're doing it, you're doing it, right? And I think that's a great message. So I have some great tips to share today about that. But this came from feeling anxious, stressed, living on a quota, dealing with my own self-worth issues. I know, Angel, you and I have traveled similar paths, Catholic, Christians, low self-worth, all that kind of stuff. And that's why you're doing this. And so I think it's important to share that. And I did a show last night called Where Does It Hurt? Where does it hurt? And maybe through meditation, this hurt can start to transmute into what it's meant to give to the world.
Yes. And beautiful, because it does transmute. You can never get rid of it. Again, we're not saying, and people will guarantee that they can get rid of an emotion. You really cannot, because it's a vibrational field. It's a circuit. So going back, what is one of these golden nuggets that you can give the viewers that they can do? Because you're already giving great ones.
Right. So I'm going to I try to make things practical and what I practice. And if you're somebody that you like the word meditation, it fits you, you resonate with it, great. This is going to be great for you. If you're somebody where the word meditation doesn't resonate with you, this is going to be even better for you. So I have a couple tips I'll share with you that are really practical and that I practice myself. Number one, when I rise in the morning, I kneel. When I rise, I kneel. So that means the moment I get out of bed, typically stimulus response, we're out and our mind is delivering all the things we have to do. I think someone talked about the 60, Mersada talked about the 60,000 thoughts. They start right away. So if you can kneel and begin to just say thank you, now you're off to a strong foundation. The next thing I do, I find stillness. After I make the bed, go through my morning ritual, there's different factors. I'll sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Again, so now I have two checkpoints where instead of just launching into the day, I'm saying, based on stimulus response, I'm owning the day. I'm sitting for 3 to 5 minutes. Now, what I do is I breathe, and what I'm looking for is moments of non-thought. That's it. Because I know I'm going to think. I don't expect that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to, next thing you know, I'm enlightened, which is great. But if I can just find moments of non-thinking in that 3 to 5 minutes, I win. And what rises up naturally is miraculous. Now I'm off to a fantastic start. And it took me 5 minutes. Between kneeling and sitting, I'm around 5 minutes. Okay, so very simple. The next thing, the third thing I'll leave you before we talk about this is I call it micro meditation. Throughout your day, we all have busy lives. Pause. I said we have. When I had my show, Power of Pure Presence, which I launched from this, and that was pause and breathe. Make that a mantra, and whenever you're aware of the chaos up here, just pause and breathe. Just stop. If you can sit, do that. Like you could do it right now. We can pause and breathe right now. And my only suggestion, try to breathe in through your nose. That's it. Breathe in.
Beautiful.
And when Angel, when you did the breath there in the beginning, that was so, it's the paradox of calming yet energizing you. And the way you delivered that, I felt that. It's a clean burning fuel, right? It's not, there's a difference. And that's what you bring. You have this beautiful polarity of this groundedness. And even when you're elevating and you're energizing people, you have this incredible grounding. And that's what I'm talking about. So you embody this. So I just want to encourage the listeners to, you're in the right place here to stay plugged in with Energize You TV with Angel Murray.
Thank you, Austin. And those are writer downers, everybody. Those are definitely, and just give yourself 3 minutes to 5 minutes. I really encourage you, viewers. I don't want you in 6 days, 6 hours, 6 years go, I'm just racing my nervous, and you're not taking the time. And I love how you put it too, Austin, that maybe you don't like meditation. Maybe you don't like that word. Just stop and pause, and you mentioned spending time in nature as a form of meditation on a lot of the other things that I watch you. And I would love if you could tell us, what's your idea of spiritual bliss?
Spiritual bliss for me is when I'm connected, when I'm in a state, my head, my heart and soul connected, and I'm fully present. It's simple in concept, but the nature of the human experience adds the complexity. But there's nothing wrong with you if you feel lost in thought, you feel chaotic. Somehow that's a part of it. And the beautiful thing, and that when I work with clients, I say just bring your awareness to that in this moment. And there's the gift. So if you're listening and you're like, well, this is great for all these spiritual people, because there's some people feel that way. And I'm just covering our bases here, that if you feel chaotic, lost, I want you to be present with that. That may sound paradoxical, but if you can be present with that, you can then be present with the moment, and the spiritual bliss opens up. So nature is a big catalyst for me. Another human being that you're sharing with, you can experience spiritual bliss with your, and connects me with my creator.
That's beautiful. A wonderful, wonderful golden nugget is to connect to whatever emotion is. People will come to me also and they'll be angry, and then I'm like, well, let's step into the anger. And then now let's change the form of it. Remember, energy can be changed to form and change that. Spiritual bliss is a very broad, and I understand that. But I love how you really narrowed it down, because that spiritual bliss is, it's almost like you're in a half sleep and a half nap, but you're so connected, right? And have you ever, viewers, feel this? Take a breath. That you didn't want to leave, and it wasn't you're sleeping. It wasn't that. It was a place where you're like, wow. Some of my students will call that, when we're doing Reiki and we're doing Reiki shares, they'll be like, oh, you're Reikifying me. I just feel so Reikified. And it's that feeling. And
Yes.
you're just, you love that space that you're
Yes.
so, it's a half like I'm going to cry where I'm not going to cry. And I love when I
Yeah.
see my clients get there, as you do too, when they really connect to who they are. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. So,
Yeah.
how did you come up with your famous quote? Because I love your famous quote. If
Which
you
one?
get free, stay
Oh,
present, move forward. How did you come up with that? What is that?
these come from moments of presence. So everything I'm describing here, when you connect to your soul, there's a whisper, and all you need to do is listen. And when you listen, things come through. But that quote came from the live, that those moments, and during these live events that I did, and you've hosted, you were our MC. We got these people together, and energies flowing and excitement, and it was, what's the process? Get free. It's like getting free up here is what the call to action was. And then once you got free, you stay present. Now you're in the present moment. And then when you're there, then you move forward from there. And it's a different place to progress from. And it feels better. And it feels peaceful, and not all the time. We're not, like, we're humans, but, and that's why we have these mantras. That's why we have the show, because we can reconnect and get free, stay present, and move forward.
Beautiful. Because I really believe that true freedom is doing what we want, when we want, how we want, and feeling the acceptance of self, which helps us to stay in that getting free and being present. To me, also, just like you said, is being connected, tuned on and tuned in to that. And we always are going to move forward when we're out of here, because you just said it, it's a feeling, it's a feeling, it's a feeling, it's a feeling. When we come from here, what are we doing? We're feeling. And that energy, that emotion creates energy and moves us forward, because we're not in our head going, no, I can't do that.
Right.
So beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
And what is the poet? Can you talk a little bit about how that poet comes into your spirituality, meditation, maybe? I'm not really sure. Speak on
Well, when I finished, when I finished this book, Flashpoint, Manifesting the Moment of Your Big Breakthrough, I ended it with two poems.
it. Oh,
Again, the poem came out of me. They came out, and I put them in the book. I was not thinking that I'm a poet. I described it on another show. It's like you fell in love with somebody in your life, and you didn't even realize they were there, and all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're in love with them. And that's what poetry was like. It was like I wasn't there, but all of a sudden it's like I'm a poet. And since then, this poetry has been pouring out of me. I do this thing called Poetry in Presence. I've just launched it. I've done these events in like 10, 15 minutes, and the testimonies are just, I said, oh my gosh, I can't, I will, like, I'm feeling myself just transformed. Like I'm giving birth to these poems. They're coming through. And then all of a sudden they're just like reverberating in the universe, and they're touching people's hearts. And then I thought, these are seeds. And then seeds of infinitude. Just, I just was, I mean, I was vibrating like energetically, seeds of infinitude. And there's another story, which I'm not going to share now, but it's going to be in the book of the incredible synchronicities. Carl Jung, the great psychotherapist, wrote a book called Synchronicity. And when we are in the state that Angel's creating here for you, and when you make it a practice, that's what we're saying, we're giving you the tips, you will create more. And here's the key, write this down, notice more of the synchronicities. The subtle thing that people walk past, you go, wait a second. And it's all of a sudden it's a seed or a little door, and you open it up, and this whole world, imagine there's like a hole in your wall, like a nail hole, and it starts to glitter. And all of a sudden you stick your fingers in like a fantasy world, and you open it up, and there's this new world that opens up for you. That's what this is. And that's what poetry has become. And I got a short one here. It's relevant. I can share it with you.
Sure. A real short one.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. So go right ahead. I'd love to. And thank you to Massage for a massage. I'm not saying her name. For all the comments. Go right ahead with a short poem.
Traveler, you look weary. How long have you carried your luggage filled with yesterdays? Put your bags down this instant. Take up the cup filled with this moment. Raise it to the sky, and then move it to your lips. Drink the juice of this moment until it fills your heart and spills into your soul, creating a soothing pool of infinity that reflects back to you your own divinity.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh. And we're coming to the end right now, Austin, and I would love for you to share right now what you would like to give, because viewers, you want this free gift. And I'm so blessed to have these guests that come on. And this is a labor of love for them. This is service. So please tell us about your free gift.
The free gift, go back to the Get Free. Get Free. And I started this early on in my journey. Get free, stay present, move forward. The Get Free, I call it the Journey to Freedom. It's 9 questions. Questions are the answer. 9 questions to identify and remove limiting beliefs. The gift, it's a free downloadable PDF. Highly recommend you go through the questions. If you want to take it a step further, there's an opportunity where I recorded each question. It's 10 minutes a day. I traveled the country. Each question is recorded at a beautiful destination, including Sedona. And if you want to take it further, you can do that. But get the 9 questions. They're simple questions, but they'll hit something. And I know that it'll help you loosen, become aware of, and overcome the limiting beliefs, known and unknown.
Thank you so much for that. And it will really help people. I have done it before. It is powerful, because anything is powerful when you know someone and you can feel, and you already feel that energy. So I really appreciate you being here today and sharing. And you know what, right now, right here, what we're going to do is we're going to go into, I always sing out, I have a beautiful song. So we're going to say goodbye. If you want to take 1 minute and tell everybody thank you and goodbye, go right ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And you can go to the website too, austinjhaines.com, and stay tuned, because I think Angel and I are going to be doing something next year. So stay tuned. It's been an honor to be here with you today. And I just say, share this show with at least one person that needs to hear the message. Thank you so much for honoring me today, Angel.
You are so welcome, Austin. And let's leave it with the song that will help you to raise your confidence into the words in this, because it's written with the philosophy of what I teach to help. Get moving, everybody. Remember.
Fire and soul. Look within your heart, let your spirit flow. Ask for what you want, show 'em what you got. Take it to the top, don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on. Looking for the answers, seeking you will find. Open up your heart, leave it all behind. Smile and laugh, always give back. Glowing like a star, show 'em who you are. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on.
Thank you, viewers. We will continue. Bye now. Thank you so much. Thank you. So thank you so much.